and I got Chad here, and we just finished up an awesome master chat. Chad's wiping the forehead, stretching the fingers. We had people in there saying that they couldn't keep up. We needed to slow down. It was going great. We trended again in the United States tonight, which is now we're back on for 2 weeks. We were doing it for a while there. We missed a week or two. We're back on. It did awesome. Really, 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 really good chat. Like, it was exactly what I was expecting as far as just like pure awesomeness coming in from everyone.
It was great.
And so many other quotes and cool things shared and stuff like that was really, really great. So awesome chat. How are you feeling right now there, Mr. Ostrowski?
Other than overwhelmed, because I'm not the best tweeter in the world. But no, it was absolutely more in the best way possible than I ever expected it to be. I feel like the amount of conversations that got started, the amount of things that were shared, the amount of positivity in that group was just absolutely fantastic. It was great. I was so excited to see not only trending and everybody getting involved, but we had people from across the nation just sharing their philosophies and ideas, their failures, and like the other thing that blows my mind in the best way possible is the fact that like teachers are willing to be so vulnerable with each other. And I don't like when they were talking about failures, right? It was amazing to me that these teachers were just readily admitting like their biggest failure that they had. And what it made me think though is if we're okay doing that on a Twitter chat, why can't we be more open about that in real life? Because I guarantee you that some of the same people that shared those failures might not have done that with their colleagues in their own building. And when you do that, when you share your weaknesses and vulnerability, everybody benefits because it lets them be more vulnerable, them admit their mistakes, and then you can all get better at the same time. So I loved seeing that, and I truly hope that some people kind of take that same motivation, that same vulnerability off of Twitter and into their buildings, their schools, and their districts, because that's when it really becomes a powerful tool, and just opening yourself up to that is an amazing thing. So I was really glad to see that.
Yeah, definitely love that. Hi, Susan. Susan says that was chat was amazing. Cameron said yes with all kinds of exclamation points. I couldn't agree more. Very motivated. Jackie said great questions to get us thinking. Tina says, great chat. I have to go back tomorrow and see the answers more closely. Cameron says, I got to say something again. Cameron says, absolutely, we need to get rid of the stigma of failure. Yeah, I love that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Like, failures are right. Like, I love that. That was really cool to see.
Yeah, like there was almost like a whole sub chat going on just about failure after that question, which was awesome to me because, you know, Jeff, you've heard me give my spiel and you give your spiel all the time about failure, and just failing and going ahead and doing it anyway. So we're both on the same page with this, but like to see that start to change in the community of teachers in our PLN is really cool to me. Because that one change, looking at failure differently from a teacher perspective, for your students' sake, and from a building and a school perspective, like owning your failure, expecting to fail so it gives you the opportunity to succeed later. Like those are things that can move us forward. Yeah. Those are things that can help change education. Until we stop being afraid of failure, change can't occur.
Yeah, because I love it. Yeah.
Success takes risk, man. That's a universal truth that no one can argue with. Without risk, there's very little reward on the back end.
Yeah.
So like we have to be willing to fail as professionals, as people, as educators, and we have to be able to let our students do the exact same thing if we want them to succeed. So I know I'm kind of going off on that failure tangent, but
I love it. Well, yeah, no, I love it. You touched on it. You and I talk about it because I always talk about
all the time
how I just posted. It was last week. I think I posted it because I was just thinking about it late at night that like I've been fortunate to fail so much in my life and the way I look at it. Real quick shout out. Hey, Jeff down in Georgia and Tiffany. We're missing you, Tiffany. Whoa, Marissa just posted a whole bunch. Let me throw that up there.
Wow.
It's almost easier to admit failures behind a computer screen. Yeah, because you're unlikely to see some of those people in real life. It's so much
true.
And that's what Chad's saying is like if you could take that, I'm reading the rest of it, but if you can take that and get away from that feeling judged and support each other, and we all understand that it's okay to fail and we can learn together I can learn from your failures. You can learn from my failures. We can share. We can see that we're not alone. I think that's what you were touching on earlier about how important that is.
Yeah, and I think Marissa has a really great point, and it was very similar to the one I was stating, but but you can tell she feels that in her building probably.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So Marissa, I know you probably feel that, at your school, but if you change that culture, it only takes a couple people to admit they've failed for other people to feel better about doing it.
Yeah.
So because there's no question in my mind that if you're in a room of 10 other teachers, that every single one of them has had a failure in either the last week, the last day, or potentially the last hour of their career. And as soon as you start opening up that conversation in a positive, supportive way, just like Jackie's just talking about there, with encouragement and support for each other, it's really one of those things. Planet Fitness.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Sorry, I had to laugh about that for a second. But as soon as you start opening up, other people will open up as well because they will feel like it's okay to do that. But if everyone, like Marissa was just saying, keeps these walls up all the time, none of those conversations are going to happen. And in mistakes as a teacher, as a professional, as a business owner, as an entrepreneur, as anything in this world, are the best way to grow. And if we can, mistakes are, and learn from each other, it becomes much harder to improve and to better ourselves as educators. Yeah, so I love the fact that everyone's chiming in with that. It's awesome.
And I want to say, to everyone who's chiming in, if you're feeling that at your school, I want to challenge you.
Be that person, yes.
Be the person that steps up and says, hey, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to share this, and I want you guys to share with me. Find a way to support your colleagues so that they can feel that. And it might take a little bit, but if you do that enough, they'll come around and they'll support you, and they can see that. Maybe you can change that culture inside your school. Just work on that. Open minds, open hearts, better teachers. Love it, Jackie.
Very well said, Jackie. Very well said.
And boom, right there. Tiffany says someone has to start this conversation. Be brave and admit those failures. I love it. Boom, right on, Tiffany. Right what we were just saying. She's always right there. I do want to touch.
Yeah.
I did some screenshots. I didn't do as much as I do a lot of other times. But that question on question 4 about the failures, or what was the most recent failure? I can't remember exactly how you phrased it, but Marissa Thompson literally just put ha 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 ha. Sigh. Oh, you put it was the Dave Burgess quote about have you failed recently in your class?
Yeah,
so it's just I love Brent Gilson, who's always he's been in the chat for a long time, always around, up from Canada. I think he's just outside of Toronto. Yeah. And he said, I fail daily, LOL, but it is fun because I get a chance to find a better way. And that makes me think about Tiffany. Right. Tiffany and her students in her class, when they fail, they celebrate. She gets super excited. She goes, "No, I get to teach you!" And she gets really excited. They get down and figuring out. And by the end of the year, or probably more midway through the year, but definitely by the end of the year, her students start celebrating that. They're like it's an opportunity,
First and foremost, that's just the awesomeness of Tiffany Ott, right? That's just the awesomeness of her coming through as an educator. But on a second tier, that's her being a real. Tara Martin's whole thing. Yeah. That's her being real for her students, and becoming human to them, and modeling that mindset. And if we model that mindset as teachers, our students also begin to embody it. So it's really great to find examples like that, where if you can build that mindset in your students, you can do it by modeling it with each other and staff. Yeah. So that's just so much fun. I'm still really excited right now. So I'm talking a mile a minute because this is just awesome.
Want to comment, awesome. Tina, that's awesome that your school's culture, her culture, and her school lets her feel comfortable about the failures. That's important. I want to see more of that. Kristen's got.
We always do.
Hearts in the eyes. Love your love for my girl Tara. Oh, we love Tara. Tara's awesome. We got to hang out with her.
I sadly did not get to
you didn't get to. We got to hang out with her.
I was doing a training at the time or something. I can't remember why I wasn't there. Yeah, but I was very sad when I found out that I didn't get to do that.
Yeah. All right. Let's do a quick plug. Go get Tara's book.
Yes.
Teach from the heart. Real. Be real. Right. Educate.
I'm glad you remembered the first part. I remember the real part.
It's be real. Educate from the heart.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, let's link that in the comments for sure.
Yeah, if we can find that Amber and link it. I love it because I actually gave Tara that same shout out on a podcast that I was interviewed on today, so it'll be up there. I'm not sure when it's coming out, but really, the one thing I love about Tara, not to go off on a Tara tangent, but Tara preaches to be real, but then like when you see Tara, when you meet her, like everything about her is just right on her sleeve, and she's like, that's how she is in real life. So I love it. Yeah,
she lives it.
Like, she met Steph Philly. Awesome. Like we sat down. She and I had chatted and stuff back and forth, like on Twitter and stuff like that. But that was the first time we met, and like I saw her presentation. It was like the second time she did it. And we sat down after, and she's like, "All right, tell me how bad it was. Like, just rip me apart." So I love it. Yeah, look at Kristen jumping all over. She's got that's a long.
Thanks, Kristen.
That works. That'll work.
She gave the Amazon link. Prime, baby, free shipping. Let's do this. Order that thing right now, everyone. So it's worth it. It's awesome.
So hey, as long as we're doing like promo stuff, can I keep promoing?
Sure. We need like a bell. So
I'm gonna promo it. I'm throwing it up on the screen there. Well, hold on. Tiffany says something there, so I'm gonna throw that up real quick. And Megan went to her release party and she was so nice. Yeah, she is so nice with like 6 O's. Absolutely.
And that's a great example of what this chat was about, right? Yeah. Like not only talking the talk but walking the walk. So Tara Martin and all the amazing people we're hearing from right now, these people that are really embodying the things that they said tonight. That's what those quotes tied to action are all about. But I actually interrupted the plug you were about to do. So I'm
of course, Be Live decided to like not show things on the screen anymore because I don't know why it does that. So I apologize. Jeff Kaplan doing a little throwback to last week's live where he says, "Where's the cowbell?" And just for Jeff, it's still at my desk here. So we still got it when my wife popped in last week and hooked me up with the cowbell. So thanks for that, Jeff. But I want to give a quick shout out. I don't know why it's not popping on the screen. I'll try and get it on there. But Kristen Nan, who's been in our chat, she blogs for us on our website from time to time.
Kristen Nan, one of my favorite people.
She gave us the awesome site down there, which Amber just also plugged there. It's in the comments, taramartin.com. She's also at taramartinedu. But anyway, so starting on Wednesdays, and Kristen, you can correct me whether it's started already or not, but I think it's starting next week, or maybe it's already started. But Kristen and a whole group of amazing educators started a chat on Wednesday nights at 9:30 p.m. Eastern time, which makes it immediately following the hashtag Kids Deserve It chat. And
I'm putting it in my calendar right now.
Okay, and the chat is hashtag Celebrate Ed. So it's like celebrate, but the ED is capitalized. So Celebrate D, I guess, is the actual hashtag. But Celebrate Ed, which, Kristen's doing it. She's saying thanks for the plug. Incredible educators celebrating life's moments, which I love that.
That's Wednesday. That's July 4th, too. Next Wednesday?
Kristen, can you comment? Are you guys starting on the 4th? Has it already started? I should have got this info before.
Let's celebrate. I'll be there.
So that's good. As long as we're talking about that. Also, next week, we talked about her. Hey, there's hey, here. Let me throw this up. It's coming up now. Here, hold on. There. Okay, so I'm putting the hashtag there for
Celebrate.
Launch is on for this one is actually on July 11th. So the following
July 11th.
Now, yeah. So that's up there.
Weeks.
So you
that
guys
gives you more time.
Get involved in that. Now, next week. We already talked about how awesome she is. Next week, our topic is declaring independence from textbooks, which I love. Nice. And I know you love. And of course, being moderated by our very own Tiffany Ott. So that'll be next week.
I don't think she's ever used a textbook in her life.
We'll see. So let me. I want to see if I can throw a couple of these awesome things up. So there's Jeff's comment about the cowbell. Make sure we get this. So Chad, was there any? Do you have anything stand out in your mind, like a quote that was shot out, or a repeat, or an answer, or a thought that like really just like jumped out at you tonight that you can think of?
You know what? There was so much awesomeness. It's really hard for me to kind of wrap my head around any single thought. I really just enjoyed the general, more than just a single piece of it, just the general feel of the chat. Like I felt it was like super inspiring, super motivating. There were a couple people that literally messaged to either me or to the mastery chat, and they said, I needed this. Like I just had a bad year, or I needed this motivation to kind of reset myself. And And I loved that because everything we do, Jeff, is about that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It is giving teachers resources and tools and sharing experiences and creating these communities that can help them reset, move on, be better, improve themselves in their classrooms for their students. Like that's literally why we do what we do. So to have people articulating that, like that always kind of like gets me right here. Like that just like gets me because that's why we literally wake up in the morning is to do that. And so to continue to see that happening, it just means just everything. It just means everything to us, I think.
So. And I want to mention, you talk about like why we do this and like what, all that type of stuff. Susan, who always says like just super nice things about us, said a few different things, nice, but there's one that like just like got me like heartstrings, right? So I wanted to share that. Susan tweeted that she doesn't think that me and you and Ray and Tiff realize how much of an impact we've made in her life. Master Chat has truly been a saving grace for me, and I'm continuously inspired by this amazing PLN who encourages me to move forward. And like that to me is so big. And I know Tiffany's like probably crying right now as she hears that and when she saw it, because we've talked about it too. Like that's like, I hope all of you know like how much it means to us that you take time out of your day to get in here and join us and share and like Chad said, and being real and sharing failures and sharing ideas and sharing support and becoming this massive PLN family for everyone. Like I did a talk, like a lightning talk, 3 sets of lightning talk on Monday about Twitter chats and about how you can grow your PLN, grow your network with it, right? And I actually shared a story about Susan and what she's been able to do and the confidence that she now has moving into her first job, right? And what I said
to her, by the way,
and what I told them, I said, like, I've never met Susan in real life, but like, God help me, she's going to have a good year. Like, I'm going to make we're going to do whatever we have to do to make sure she has an awesome first year. I'm set on that. Love it. So I think Jackie's in the same boat, so super excited about that. I believe they're both Illinois State grads. And if I remember, Jackie and Susan, if you're still on there, I believe they're, if I remember correctly, I think I saw it earlier, they have a GoFundMe page going that they're trying to get funds to come to our training down at the Miami ESC in Southwest Ohio. Yeah.
Let's put the link for that somewhere.
Jackie, if you have that link, Jackie, throw it in the comments here, and maybe everyone can go throw a couple bucks your way, and you guys can get to that. That would be amazing.
Heck yeah.
That's awesome. Like that's just awesome.
That alone,
I love it.
That like just gave me like kind of like a lump in my throat. I don't know why. just people starting GoFundMe pages to go to training to better themselves. I mean, any training, but like, that's amazing. You guys are freaking amazing. This is awesome.
So she's finding the link right now. So that's good. So when you guys see that link that Jackie's about to put in, click it, go, like, if you can give $5 or $10 or $2 or 50 cents, like whatever, like help them out. We'd love to see them come do that. And I promise if you guys help them get to that training, we'll make sure we will go live with them some point down there so that like you guys can all see that like they made it, we met.
Let's do this.
Like, I don't know, we'll do some sort of like cool high five, whatever. Chad is going to cry, says Tiffany. I saw it too. So it's there.
Shut up! It's just something in my eye. It was a thing in there.
So I had one of my favorite quotes ever posted during the chat for question 1, which was by, I think it's Steven, his name, at Spreadsheets. And he quoted Gary Vaynerchuk and said,
"Yes,
if you live for the weekends and vacations, your crap is broken," right? And I love that. And people will sometimes upset when I say that because they're like, not everyone can get the, whatever, like doesn't have a choice and whatnot. But I love that thing because I think it just folds right into this whole Mastery Chat family that we have, because we talk about it all the time. Like during the school year, you guys are jumping on to Mastery Chat, watching us on live, commenting on stuff like that, after you already put in a full day of work which means you worked for
Right.
8, 9, 10 hours dealing with who
Yeah.
knows what in your classroom and in your schools and stuff. And then you said, nope, I'm going to put another hour, hour and a half, whatever, 2 hours to engage and grow myself. Like, you don't do that if you don't love what you do and you're not passionate. You don't do that if you're praying and living for the weekends, right? Like, you don't do that. You do that when you're excited about what you're doing, when you are passionate about what you're doing and you're trying to do it. And that's what that quote means to me, is like, you can still love the weekends. You can still love vacation because, you know, you see friends, family, whatever. But, like, if that's all you're living for, then your stuff's messed up and you're not doing it right. You got to go find something else. And I love this Master Chat fan because that's they're not broken. It's not that piece, right? They're all.
I love that.
I love it. It's really cool.
Yeah. I loved the Gary Vee quote too, because you and I kind of live by that quote, Jeff.
Yeah.
We literally with our Teach Better team and a Grid Method crew here, we literally are always saying that. Like, if you're hoping for the weekend, something's wrong. Yeah. And I love that we get to do things like this and not want it to be the weekend, because it means we should probably take a break, even though sometimes we still don't.
Yeah. But I mean, no, we do. You know, Tiffany and I were having coffee this morning and talking about it. And yeah, who's jealous right now of me? I had coffee with Tiffany Ott this morning.
I am. Although I was working with some pretty amazing teachers, so I'm not that jealous.
You were, but I'm pretty sure everyone else on the video is very jealous that I got to have coffee with Tiffany Ott this morning. Not only did I get to hang out and see Tiffany this morning, but I got her awesome kids were hanging out there too, so I got to say hi. Anyway, but we were talking about sort of just like, you know, we touched a lot on like this. Kristen's very jealous. But Tiffany and I were also talking about just how we love. We love what I do. Like, I love what I do. Like, I love this. Like, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of whatever, but love it. Love this team. So we're going off topic there. So I want to get back to make sure next week. Join us again. We will be doing the chat next week. We'll be live. You just got really blurry. What happened? Whoop, there it goes.
My camera. I got too close to my camera.
It's like, whoa!
I think my ugly face just scared my camera.
The camera broke. Chad broke the camera. No. So next week you're not allowed to come on live. I don't want you to break your camera. No, next week, Declaring Independence of Textbooks with Tiffany Ott. It's going to be fantastic. The following week, which is whatever date that is, July 11th on a Wednesday, that's going to start the Celebrated chat, which is Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which follows the Kids Deserve It chat, so that's a good night for chats there. And my last little plug that I want to do is, a lot of people are already aware of this, but some people are not, but we launched something that I'm really excited about still.
Me too.
Our team the other day.
Me too.
And we launched what we call the Teach Better Academy membership now. So some of you may or may not know that we have a bunch of online courses over at
steroids.
Yeah. So a lot of you know that we have the teachbetteracademy.com, which has our online courses. There's a bunch of free courses, a bunch of paid courses, a lot of awesomeness there. But right now you can't, not right now, but like now and forever, for $9 a month, you get instant access to every single course we have right now. And every time we do another course and we release another course, you get instant access to it again. The price never changes, no matter how many courses we add. We've got a whole bunch of courses in the works right now. So like, it's going to be a whole lot coming your way. So the reaction and the response we've got from that so far has been fantastic. Awesome. It's been really fun to listen and talk to people. Jackie's saying that she just started Ray's Teach Further course. I know I just saw Susan finished one of them just the other day. We've had so many teachers that have been like flying through and getting their certificates and stuff.
Tiffany's new courses just released this week.
Yeah, Tiffany's course, Challenge and Advanced Learners.
Reaching Gifted and Advanced Learners. We both said at the same time.
Well, I said the correct name and you said the incorrect name. So, boom. Anyway, it's never a good idea to put you and I on this camera, because sometimes we forget that we're live.
I can't believe 8 people
I don't know what's going on here. It's ridiculous. You guys are wasting your time right now. No, but seriously, so the last little plug on that is we have all kinds of new courses coming out. Like Chad said, Tiffany's brand new course just came out. There's a whole bunch in the works. It is a 30-day money-back guarantee. You can cancel it anytime. There are certificates of completion for every single course, so you can turn that in and see if your school will give you credits for CUs and stuff like that. So head over there and get that. Make sure you come back, hang out with us next week. Tiffany says we're hilarious. I want to say that she might have typed some other words there before changing it to hilarious.
She corrected that. She had to have.
We programmed her phone to autocorrect to hilarious all the time. But no, next week with Tiffany, same time, same place, 8:00 p.m. Eastern time. Over on Twitter, we'll be live here prior to the chat, and we'll be live after the chat talking about it. That's gonna be a super exciting one too. That's gonna be a lot of fun. And then, yeah, that's about it. So hopefully we'll see you guys over in the academy. Hopefully we'll just keep seeing you on Twitter and everything else throughout this week and the weekend. We'll see you next week here. Make sure you have an awesome but safe 4th of July.
Awesome.
And don't do anything Chad and I wouldn't do, which kind of gives you pretty free reign.
More importantly, don't do anything we would do.
Yeah.
That's just probably a good thing to live by.
Kristen says coffee soon, my friends. I say yes.
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 We need to make that happen yesterday.
I literally had coffee earlier when we were on live before the chat, so you should have just been here. So I think that's your fault. So she's gonna give you a punch in the face.
Yeah.
So
Twitter,
anyway,
Facebook's gonna shut this down soon if we don't stop. I think.
So anyway, we'll see you guys next week for the chat. Come on before, come after. Have an awesome, happy 4th of July, and be safe. And we love you guys. You guys are amazing. Chad, fantastic job tonight.
Thanks.
It was awesome to have you chat. I'm glad we got to come on here and show the world how ridiculous we are together. This was only a taste of that, and we're never going to do it again.
We just got it three trainings canceled. I think
that. I'm gonna grab it again. Where's that? I'm gonna throw that up again one more time for Rick, for Jackie and Susan. If you guys can support these two young teachers who are trying to better themselves, that'd be awesome. So go over there, support them. Be awesome if you guys could do that. So we love you guys. Have a fantastic weekend, and we will see you guys next week.